Don't do that, come on. Oh, are you ready to talk about dragons, Miss Morgan? Are you ready? Hi, fun stuff. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. We're just going to wait a few minutes to begin. We'll hang out, have some Miss Morgan chats. Then we'll get started on our mythical creature discussion. Oh, I guess I can change that. No school today. Did you have a snow day? Hearts of Asia, welcome. Welcome, it's good to see you as always. This hair is driving me crazy. DMK, welcome, welcome. It's lovely to see you as always. We have two creatures that we will be talking about today. Just kind of maybe see if it gives a little bit more time, but I'm probably going to do about a half an hour. I will say that, about a half an hour. So let's get started, everybody. So our first mythical creature that we are going to be discussing today is the dragon. And I would assume everybody has seen a dragon portrayed in any sort of movie or anything like that. I would hope so. I mean, the dragon has been portrayed in movies that are kid-friendly, such as How to Train Your Dragon, to the more adult-themed. Okay, Aphasia, thank you for hopping in. They've been portrayed in Game of Thrones and The Hobbit, Harry Potter. Unicorn's drool, what? No, you're crazy, DMK, you're crazy. Unicorn love all the way here. Come on, look at me. Look at me. Unicorn all the way. But a dragon is a legendary creature. It is typically portrayed as scaled or feathered, which is, I forgot about that they actually have been portrayed as feathered because they were, in some cultures, they were depicted more as birds because they're flying rather than the lizard that most people think of. The word dragon entered the English language in the early 13th century, and it came from Old French, which was also derived from Latin and Greek. Basically the translated version of the Latin and Greek version of dragon, which is Draconta, I want to say, Draconta. But what it means is great serpent. And they didn't just portray that as the dragon, it was any great serpent that they saw is what they called a dragon. Hello, John, how you doing today? Welcome to Rainbow Rayne stream. So, the dragon has various stories of its origin. Dragons! Different cultures have the different stories about these monsters that are grouped together under the dragon label. There are some that are said to breathe fire, some that fly, some that are poisonous, but most of them are all said to hatch from eggs, which I've seen that before in my enchanted forest. But my favorite thing about doing this research on dragons today. Hello, Coachisms, welcome. We're discussing dragons, and if you guys have any dragon facts, please let me know. I would love to hear them. They are significant in various religions and cultures. They are said to be portray wisdom and longevity, and they are the primal forces of nature, religion, and the universe. They are commonly known to possess magic, as well as even being capable of speaking human speech. Which I can't remember what movie it was that had the talking dragon. I want to say it's Beowulf. Is it Beowulf? I can't remember. Dragon fact number one: approach. Yes, you do not want to approach a dragon at all. Actually, however, there are a lot of stories where the hero slays a dragon. Most stories that you see have a hero that slays a dragon. Was it a bad dream or was it a good dream? Pete's Dragon? Is that the movie? It's snowing. It's not snowing here. We're supposed to get, warmer weather here in the forest, but he was friendly. Most of them are not friendly, though. Most of them are not. I do know in How to Train Your Dragon, it's a very, very friendly dragon, which I love that movie so much. Speaking of Puff the Magic Dragon coaches, you're crazy. You're crazy. The blood of a slain dragon, is either beneficent or poisonous in the medieval legends. So they believe that if the hero slays the dragon, then they could not be touched by it, or else it would kill them. There are stories in ancient cultures where the hero was slain. The hero was killed after slaying the dragon. How much snow are you supposed to get, Aphasia? In German legend, dragon blood is actually a good thing. It is said to possess the power to, if it's dripped onto skin or armor, it would become invincible. And the blood of a dragon in Beowulf, which I talked about earlier, is so acidic that it can seep through iron. And I believe that's how one of the heroes in Beowulf died, was because when he slayed the dragon, it dripped on him instead. If I remember correctly. I've been hearing all the East Coast down to Texas got snow. We got about, here in the forest, we probably got a total of 5 inches of snow, I would say. Hello, Breezy. Hearts to you. We're talking dragons right now. So the European dragons are generally depicted as living either in rivers or in lakes like that. But they normally aren't described as flying. I live in Dallas. We got a light drizzle that didn't stick. Well, that's good. They also have a hard, armored hide to them. In Russia, they, I believe it's called, the Hydra. I want to say it's the Hydra. But Russian dragons typically have 3 heads and can regrow their heads back. It's story time, yes. If you cut their head off, it regrows until you are able to get all 3 heads cut off at once. We need some magic juice, and by magic juice I mean water. The Chinese actually depict the dragons much differently. They are more so elonged serpentine type creatures, and they also have above average intelligence. What's your dragon fact, Salad? Above average intelligence, and they are 4-legged, but they do not have wings. They are the highest ranking animal in the Chinese hierarchy, actually. You guys know that the Chinese have their Year of the Dragon, Year of the Snake, Year of the Rat, things like that. Hush, you, Salad, or I shall bring upon the Rainbow Rain Scepter. Dragons are not fake. They live in the forest with me. How can they be fake? To Vietnamese people, the dragon brings rain and represents the emperor, as well as the universe, life, existence, and growth. Eastern and Western, exactly. And it's weird because they're the dragons, like, there's so many different ways that people have described them. There's some that, you know, like in Skyrim, how they walk on, you know, the not so much elbows, they don't have legs, but they use their wings. While others have 4 legs or, you know, 2 legs and just use their wings, like I said. Hello, Lethal. Welcome. I hope you're having a lovely day. The thing about dragons, though, are that I believe they're never going to die out. They continue to spark everybody's imagination, and they will forever be used in TV shows and movies, everything like that, in games, because the culture that surrounds them, the Komodo dragon is real. Was it in Mulan, she had the little dragon that followed her around. Ooh, there's something I have a sticker on my Tootsie. I thought it was a hole in my sock, and I was getting very upset. But the next, oh, poor Marty. Dragon Ball Z is real. Are the servers back up again, Lethal? Yes, dragons, I will say dragons are more powerful than the unicorn, but the unicorn is much more magical. Dragon Ball Z. The next creature that we are going to be talking about is the phoenix, which one of my little critters around here is actually named after. Do you guys know what a phoenix is, or what the phoenix is, I guess? Thanks, Marty. God, I like this one. You're snoring and ruining my stream. But the phoenix is a long-lived bird that arises from the ashes of its basically its predecessor. The phoenix dies to be reborn again. It dies in a fury of fire and light, and it's spectacular and beautiful, and then it arises from its own ashes to be reborn again. It's actually said that after rebirth, the phoenix can live up to 1,400 years before its rebirth again. While the origin of the phoenix is really unknown, the phoenix is potentially originated from ancient Egypt. They believed in something called Heliopolis, or in Heliopolis, had venerated the Bennu, which the Bennu is a solar bird observed in some respects to be similar to the Greek phoenix. However, they're unsure if the Greek version, the phoenix, had the origin on the Egyptians' Bennu or vice versa. So they can't actually pinpoint where the phoenix originated from. The Norvilles, hearts to them. I hope you are having a spectacular day. With the phoenix, it is sometimes pictured in ancient medieval literature and art as a nimbus, which a nimbus is like a halo of light, which emphasizes the bird's connection with, and they could actually, there's been some where they have up to 7 of them. Hello from Austria. Hello, Patrick. Welcome to the Rainbow Rayne stream. Pliny the Elder, which I talked about the last stream with unicorns, describes the bird of having a crest of feathers around its head. Though it's said to be a vibrant color, no one actually knows what color the phoenix actually is, because there's been so many different stories on its actual color and size as well. Some say the phoenix is similar to the size of an eagle, while others say it's absolutely larger than that. What kind of bad luck are you having? Is it the same thing, or is it something different? Oh, flat tire issues. Goodness, you guys can't catch a break, can you? Um, it is claimed that the color of it made the bird stand out from all other birds. However, it's described as peacock colored. Ezekiel, the dramatist, declared the phoenix to have red legs and yellow eyes. It is said that the bird is like the colors of the sun. There's just so many different variations of it that there's no way to know. There have been movies where the phoenix has been portrayed, including my favorite portrayal of it was in Harry Potter. I hope you guys figure it out. Do you just have to fill it, or do you think you ran over something and it keeps going flat? Now, I do have to use my card for this one, because there is, speaking of where the phoenix has been portrayed, in Henry VIII, Shakespeare wrote about the phoenix, and I wrote it down for you guys because I can't memorize all that stuff. But what Shakespeare said was, "Nor shall this piece sleep with her, but as when the bird of wonder dies, the maiden phoenix her ashes create another heir, as great in admiration as herself. So shall she leave her blessedness to one, when heaven shall call her from this cloud of darkness, who from the sacred ashes of her honor shall star-like rise, as great infamous she was, and so stand fixed." Hello, Jada. Welcome to Rainbow Rayne. Ooh, I turned the magical scepter off. Can't do that. But I love that. I love that description of the phoenix from Shakespeare. It's beautiful and lovely and all of that fun stuff. The last little bit of information I have about the phoenix is they have observed analogs to the phoenix in a bunch of different cultures. So meaning that not just Greek or Egyptian culture, they have found, similar things in other cultures. The Hindu have the Garuda and the Ganda Burunda. The Slavic firebird is another one. The Persian Simorg, I think is how you pronounce it. And if you guys know, I had to include this because you guys know I'm a Pokemon nerd. The Japanese have one called a Ho-Oh, which is actually a Pokemon, a legendary firebird in the Pokemon series. So not only is the phoenix portrayed in other cultures, they bring the phoenix into modern culture, which I find absolutely fascinating. But that is all I have for mythical creatures today. Of course, J-Dub, Rainbow Rayne is here for everybody. You know better. You know better. You guys can always talk to me. She is passed out. However, this will be the end of the stream. We talked about our mythical creatures. If you guys have anything to add, let me know. Rainbow what? Hello, Jambadola. Welcome to the Enchanted Forest. But yes, I hope you guys learned a little bit of information about dragons and the phoenix. Next week I have a special show. It's going to be just one creature next time. One mythical creature. It's very quick because if I wrote down everything, it would take so long to do it, so I just like to do a quick short stream instead of making it like an hour. But I'll probably be playing Skyrim later. I'm just not sure if I'm going to keep the get up on. We might do Skyrim with Rainbow Rayne. What about Charmander? Charmander's a lizard Pokemon. Charizard, it turns basically from like a little dinosaur up to a dragon, fire breathing Pokemon. It also is a flying. Well, actually, technically, it is not a flying. In the original Pokemon, Charizard, the dragon type Pokemon, is not a flying Pokemon. Charmander's like a mini dinosaur. I have to take this, so I have to go, guys. Thank you for joining in. Bye, guys.